You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news today, Christopher Musa, some leaders of Boko Haram and bandits will be arrested. Who said this? Elijah Ayodele. Primate Elijah Ayodele, the spiritual leader of the Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, has delivered a bold prophecy regarding Nigeria's ongoing fight against terrorism, specifically addressing the Chief of Defense Staff (CDS), General Christopher Musa, in a Facebook broadcast shared via IESC Worldwide. Ayodele expressed optimism that the Nigerian military will achieve key breakthroughs in the war against insurgency and banditry. Under the leadership of General Musa, he predicted that arrests of high-profile terrorist leaders are imminent. Some leaders of Boko Haram and bandits will be arrested, Ayodele declared, adding that the success will mark a major shift in Nigeria's counter-terrorism efforts. The Cleric urged the military high command to remain focused and resolute in the face of internal and external sabotage. He said, "A time is ripe for the armed forces to reclaim national security and restore public confidence," noting that divine backing is aligning with military efforts. Ayodele's prophecy has been interpreted as a word of encouragement to General Musa, who assumed the position of Chief of Defense Staff with a mandate to end the country's long-running insecurity challenges. The spiritual leader also warned, however, that internal betrayals and political interference must be checked if real progress is to be made. This is not the first time PRIMATE AYODELE has made security-related predictions. His previous messages have touched on military operations, political unrest, and international crises, many of which have sparked conversations both online and offline. As the military intensifies operations across the Northeast and Northwest regions, Ayodele's message resonates with a hopeful section of the public looking forward to seeing top insurgent figures brought to justice. Of course, this sounds as a good news. It's a respite, especially for the CDS, looking at the fact that his effort in making sure that the assignment given to him by the president is probably sacrosanctly done, because as far as Nigeria is concerned, one of the problems inherited by this current administration includes insecurity. And this is an aspect which concerns this military chief of defense staff, and his efforts have been issue has been very daunting, even though it is minimal because Nigerians are not seeing it as it were. But over time, in the last few years or months, we've been seeing the record. I think not too long ago, maybe last week, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, spoke concerning how many of the Kachalas, the so-called bandit heads and their generals and leaders have been killed, especially along Abuja-Kaduna Expressway. And the place is now free now of terror, of terrorism, and also of kidnapping and terrifying faces. Now people can even move at night without any problem, and which is a good move in the right direction. And it's also a respite, especially even for the military who are really, sacrificing their life, their time, their effort, their expertise, and everything, even for the security of the country. So in lieu of this, the prophecy is coming from the, revered primate Elijah Ayodele of the spiritual leader and the spiritual leader of the Union Evangelical Spiritual Church. And whatever the man has said has already encouraged even the military, and they will be able to also, do more, because according to him, he has said that some leaders of Boko Haram and bandits will be arrested, which is what I know the headache of it will be the headache of the chief of staff, and he wants it to go. He would love to make sure that he put an end to all these their menaces and make sure that Nigeria is at peace. He wants to deliver because he's a professional. You understand? And Ayodele was adding that success will mark a major shift in Nigeria's counter-terrorism effort. That's a very good one too to hear. But as he's saying all these things, there is need for the military also, in fact, to remain focused like he urged them, and be resolute in the face of internal and external sabotage, because we can't rule out that singular fact that some people, whether we like it or not, are sponsoring these bandits. Because how come that some young men will just wake up Sunday and begin to carry arms against their nation, if not that somebody is dictating the tune? Like the English word says, he that pays the piper dictates the tune. So someone is paying them and then beginning to dictate the tune. Some people see it as political, because we realize that immediately President Tinubu came in the first 2 years, every security matter began to die down. The tone began to go down until when he did a scorecard, the midterm scorecard, then the politicking began. Then we begin to hear again killings in Benue and there, here and there. Any right-thinking person may want to say that it's as a result of politics that some of these bandits are politically, motivated, and it is because of some politicians are the one funding them in order to truncate the administration of the incumbent and for them to come to power. That's on one side. On another side, there is the belief that the external terrorism of the ISIS and the other ones in the Middle East are trying to infiltrate even the western part of Africa, and trying to co-opt them into unleashing unnecessary religious war or terrorism against Western education and the likes like that, the one that Boko Haram stands for. But whichever one it may be, the clergyman said that the time is right for the armed forces to reclaim national security. And that is very, very important. And it will also be a time for them to restore public confidence, so that at least people will know that, yes, General Christopher Musa and his men are at their duty, they are doing their job, and they are professional about it. He also notes that divine backing is aligning with military effort. And this will give, a lot of respite to the army. I think this will also boost their morale, because we are a religious nation. We won't say nobody doubts that. And for a chief of army staff not to hear of negative prophecy or having something that is positive, I think it's going to boost the morale of himself and his men, and then we ginger them to go all the way out, knowing that there is a divine backing. They will surely conquer. And it's our desire for every of the Nigerian military men to go there and put an end even to the insecurity all around the country, and let this country be at peace again. So many people have interpreted what the clergyman said as an encouragement even to the general, and I want to encourage him to bask in that, and then be focused like we have said, and then deliver the deliverables even onto Nigerians. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see when the prophecy is fulfilled. Keep liking our channel. Continue to come to listen to our stuffs on this channel. Make sure you subscribe and invite others. Give us your thumbs up. Thank you.